Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing. Today we're going to take a look at the new Oath of the Gatewatch Fat Pack. This has been out about a week now. This is actually the first time I've had a real proper look at myself at the cards. Obviously it's difficult to avoid the cards because they're always there sort of online. But I always like to open these fat packs without really knowing fully what's in the set. So I get to see for the first time what's in here. So this time around, as far as I know, these have full art land in them, and I've also noticed. When I went past Walmart today, there's still plenty of fat packs on the shelf, so we're not in the same situation we were last time where there was a shortage of fat packs, although I did notice that the price in Walmart was a bit more than previous times, or the times before Battle for Zendikar, which is when the price seemed to get raised up because of the shortage. Also in here I noticed there's slightly more basic lands in here, and I think this is because of the presence of a new land and in this particular set, and we'll see some indications of this sort of new land set up on the cards. There's a player's guide in here. This actually forms a card box on here. We've got 9 booster packs, a spin down knife counter, and 2 of those deck boxes that never seem to fit the cards properly when they're sleeved. So, whoops. Let's see. We'll have a look through the player's guide encyclopedia. Just open up this box. Okay. So here's all our fat packs and land and spin down counter in there. Let's move some of this. Oh, actually, I didn't have a chance yet. I'll just show you the artwork on the outside of the card storage box. So this is pretty solid card this is made out of. There we go. So these are the two so-called deck boxes you get. Actually look pretty wide. But again, these are just very thin cards, so they wouldn't really hold up much under use. Yeah, you're just going to be able to fit the cards in there, and there's the artwork on those. Okay, so we'll have a look at the player's guide first, because if, like me, you've not gone and looked at the spoilers, it's interesting to see what this set is all about. So we can get this nicely centered. So obviously this is the next set in the Battle for Zendikar block. Now we've got 2 set blocks have kicked in with Magic the Gathering. So it's got a bit here about the ongoing storyline. Kozilek's Colourless Brood, Zendikar's Resistance, the Planeswalker's Oath, and then the key Planeswalkers that form the Gatewatch: Gideon Jura, Jace Beleren, Nissa Ravine, Chandra Nara, and then a bit about Kozilek and Ulamog. And the thing that I was talking about is the colourless mana symbol. So this thing looks like basically like a diamond shape. The symbol diamond in cost must be paid with colourless mana. So that's only available through wastes. Okay. And what's obviously going to happen is when now you get cards that add one colourless to your mana pool, they'll now have that symbol on them. And a bit more about how that's going to work. Zendikar, A World in Peril. And what they try and do now is sort of tie in cards with the storyline, which I think is really cool. Bit about Nissa Ravain, about Chandra, and then the 10 coolest cards. So we've got Kozilek, the Great Distortion, Chandra, Flamecaller, Nissa, Voice of Zendikar, Linvala, the Preserver, Oath of Jace, Bearer of Silence, Reality Smasher, Jory and Ruin Diver, Needle Spires, and Reckless Bushwhacker. And then of course we move on to the card encyclopedia here. You'll notice that when they list out the card encyclopedia, what they're doing is listing all the devoid cards first. So the devoids in blue are listed before the actual regular blue spells in here. There we go, just give you an idea. And then we move on to, once we move through the coloured, we move to the gold bordered, 2 coloured cards, and then the colourless artefacts. And then our lands. There's a lot of lands in this set. And this is this new waste you can see here as well. Okay, so let's open up our land pack. What I'm expecting in here is to have, in addition to the normal 5 colours, is wastes. So you can see definitely full art land. Let's get this zoomed nicely in so we can really sort of appreciate the artwork here. Okay, so I'm going to go through with this till I think we'll probably at some point hit our new wastes. But obviously these go through just all the different colours. Obviously within each colour of mana you've got different artwork as well. But you can see it's just the lovely artwork on this on these full art lands here. And obviously hedrons featuring in some of these. There's another one with that. And this sort of classic thing, if anybody's familiar with the original Zendikar set, they'll recognise this sort of floating cup island artwork there. There's a lot of these sort of floating objects that appear in Zendikar related artwork. It's pretty cool. Okay, let me just quickly skim through these because we've obviously seen all the artwork now, and eventually we should, let's try and find this so you can see. Here we go. So the back of this, we've got a number of wastes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wastes in there. Okay, So I think they said there were 84, so if there's 14 that leaves 70 of the regular land split between 5 colours. Okay, so let's look at the waist artwork. You can see there's only 2 there, 2 types of artwork, and these all tap for colourless mana. And then you can see that diamond shaped symbol there. So let's start to crack open some boosters, because basically that's what we're all here for, I think. Let's see what sort of pulls we can get. Before we do that, we'll have a quick look at the spin down counter. So this one, and again I don't know how good this comes out on camera with the colours. Well, I've got a sort of, it's a grey mottled thing. There's a bit sort of green to that. I don't know if you can pick that. And there's the set symbol. It looks like a sort of elements of the hedron in there. You can see that, and you can see that clearly. There we go. So let's go through, just show you the artwork on the packs. There's our regular rules reference guide. Right, crack these open. One thing I think I pointed out with the previous set, which is interesting, is when you look at the devoid cards, there's a really nice touch on this. Well, a couple of things really. If it's an Eldrazi, they'll have this thing where it sort of extends over bleeds into the actual rules text. But you can see it sort of starts off in its colour. So this is 3 in a red, so it starts off in red, and the colour sort of bleeds out of it as it goes down the card, which I think is a really nice touch in the card design. Like I said, this has devoid. So we're looking at the commons first. The reason why I'm spending a bit more time on this is because this will be the first time we've seen this. You see here this colourless mana symbol. So single colourless mana, draw more of Kozilek gets +2, -2 until end of turn, and it just says in the reminder text, because this is a new concept, they're just going to remind you that. Notice as well that colourless mana is this up here where it says 3. What that actually is 3 mana of any colour, and for a lot of people that always just call that 3 colourless or whatever. Obviously they've got to adjust, because it is in fact just means 3 of any colour, which is not the same as colourless, and you'll see why if we pull any of the cards which actually have a cost of colourless mana in their casting cost as well, because that diamond symbol is in there. Okay, so that's more of Kozilek. Dazzling Reflection. Umara Entangler has prowess on it. Elemental Uprising. Sky Scourer, another card with devoid. Seer's Lantern. Core Sky Climber. Actually, Seer's Lantern again. Tap, add. There you go. Tap, add 1 colourless to your mana pool. And for 2 mana of any colour, tap, scry 1. Vampire Envoy. Cinder Helion. Holdout Settlement, that's another land. Again, you can tap it to add colourless mana, or tap it to tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. Timber Gorge, another land. So we're moving on to our uncommons. Gift of Tusks. Press into Surface. So this has got support on it. So support 2. Put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. And Oath of Nissa is our rare. So it's 1 green, legendary enchantment. When Oath of Nissa enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land or planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any colour to cast planeswalker spells. Have an island in here and a knight ally token. Being we're on the plane of Zendikar, allies are a thing. Okay, Eldrazi Aggressor, Dazzling Reflection, Slip Through Space, another card with Devoid, sorry. And notice this sort of, again, the card artwork itself is this sort of blue bleeding out the colour. Consuming Sinkhole. This has got multi-modes on it. We can get to choose one of a couple of things. Saddleback Lagak, I think Lagak. Kozilek's Shrieker. Gravity Negator. And you can see these colourless symbols are cropping up all over the place in this set. Hedron Crawler, another card you can tap to add colourless to your mana pool. Vampire Envoy. Scion Summoner. Roiling Waters, so uncommons now. Kazal's Toll Collector. Unity of Purpose, and our rare is Deep Fathom Skulker, which 5 and a blue gives us a creature, Eldrazi. It's a 4/4, has Devoid, so it has no colour. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. 3 and colourless. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. So that's 3 of any colour and colourless. Swamp and an elemental token. Okay. Right. What have we got? Mighty Leap is in the set. Cultivator Drone. Expedite, Elemental Uprising, Sky Scourer, Vampire Envoy, Cinder Helion, Holdout Settlement, Gravity Negator, Grasp of Darkness is in the set, Meandering River. So we've moved on to our uncommons here. Taps for white, blue, enters battlefield tapped. Thought Harvester. Thought Not Seer. So here we go. This one's got the colourless mana as a casting cost on it. Hence all the presence of things that tap for colourless. So for 3 mana of any colour and colourless, we get to cast Thought Not Seer, which is a creature Eldrazi. It's 4/4. When Thought Not Seer enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile that card. When Thought Not Seer leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. The reason why I'm having trouble here is that I just noticed how difficult it is to actually read with this the artwork that sort of bleeds into the rules text for some things. So this is actually a foil here. So this is Visions of Brutality. 1 and a black enchantment aura, has Devoid. Enchanted creature can't block. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, its controller loses that much life. Swamp and an octopus token. Okay. Core Scythe Master, comparative analysis. Surge. This has got surged for 2 and a blue on it. So you may cast a spell for its surge cost if you or a teammate has cast another spell this turn. Now the interesting thing about this set as well, and there's an irony to this. This set encourages or has features about it, abilities which encourage Two-Headed Giant. Well, they've actually removed Two-Headed Giant from Magic the Gathering Online, which is pretty ironic. But yeah, so this set was has a Two-Headed Giant theme to it, hence this ability here. Eldrazi Aggressor, Slaughter Drone, he's in here. Lead by Example, support 2 on that. Vampire Envoy, several of those now. Cinder Helion, another Holdout Settlement. Gravity Negator, I think both of those, we've got 3 of those now. Bonesaw, Allied Reinforcement, so we're moving on to our uncommons. Null Caller, Bonds of Mortality, our rare is Eldrazi Mimic. So for 2 mana of any colour, we get a 2/1 creature Eldrazi. Whenever another colourless creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may change Eldrazi Mimic's base power and toughness to that creature's power and toughness until end of turn. It's pretty handy. Island and an Elemental. Okay, comparative analysis, it's got Surge on it. Eldrazi Aggressor, Core Scythe Master, Netcaster Spider, Slaughter Drone, Containment Membrane, Seer's Lantern, Core Sky Climber, Vampire Envoy, Cinder Helion, Meandering River, Cyclone Sire, so we've moved on to uncommons, Immobilizer Eldrazi, and our rare is Endbringer. So for 5 and 1 colourless, we get a creature Eldrazi, power toughness 5/5, untap Endbringer during each other player's untap step. Tap Endbringer deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And colourless tap, target creature can't attack or block this turn, and for 2 colourless mana, tap, draw a card. Island and an Eldrazi Scion token. Okay, more of Kozilek, Mighty Leap, Abstruse Interference, Saddleback Legak, Corpse Churn, Canopy Gorger, Kozilek's Pathfinder, Spawnbinder Mage, Oblivion Strike, Goblin Freerunner, Timber Gorge, so we're moving on to our uncommons. I think this is the first gold bordered card we've seen actually. This is Jorga Auxiliary, 4 green white support 2, so we saw the support ability earlier. Unity of Purpose also got support support for 2 on it, support 2 on it. Oh, excellent, we have a legendary creature as our rare. Alia, A-Y-L-I, Aili, Internal Pilgrim. white black for a 2/3 legendary creature core cleric. Has death touch. For 1 mana of any colour, sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. And 1 white black, sacrifice another creature, exile target non-land permanent. Activate this ability only if you have at least 10 life more than your starting life total. Mountain and a zombie token. Okay, Cultivator Drone, Alpha Protector, Brute Strength, Vines of the Recluse, Zolaport Chain Mage, Seer's Lantern, got a few of those now, Core Sky Climber, Oblivion Strike, Boulder Salvo, it's a pretty good card in red, 4 and a red for a Surge, Surge 1 red. So again, this is a card that's designed to work well in Two-Headed Giant. Holdout Settlement, another one. We got a card we haven't seen before, so our uncommons now. This is Chitinous Cloak, or Chitinous Cloak. Artifact Equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and it has menace. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, and it's equipped for 3. Stoneforge Acolyte. Havoc Sower is in here now. Let's have a look at our rare. I sort of gave it away there. So this is our mythic. So when I normally do pulls, I normally hope to get at least 1 mythic, because statistically that's what you'd sort of expect. And also the other thing is I normally expect to get 1 foil, and so far that's good. We've had our mythic, we've had our foil. So Kalitas, Traitor of Get, 2 and 2 black, legendary creature, vampire warrior. 3/4, has lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, instead exile that card and put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. 2 and a black, sacrifice another vampire or zombie, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Kalitas, Traitor of Get. That's really flavourful. You can have great fun in a zombie-based EDH deck. Well, vampire. Vampire. You get to sack your own tokens that you've produced. So yeah, that looks like that could be great fun as a commander in a tribal EDH deck. Mountain. Oh, our first advert here. Okay, 2 more packs to go. I'll tell you, I do really enjoy this when I don't know the cards. Obviously it makes the pronunciation a bit of a problem, and I don't always pick up the money rares or the money cards, but from my point of view it's great to see just the first time you see the cards properly is when you open packs. I think that's brilliant. Ondu War Cleric, Cultivator Drone, Brute Strength, Canopy Gorger, Sky Scourer, Elemental Uprising, Oblivion Strike, Spawnbinder Mage, Zadus Commando. Oh, we have a waste in here. So that's actually interesting how they've put that in. It's not been included in the land slot in this particular pack. I don't know how that works out, whether the land slot you only ever get the 5 colours of mana. Also, interesting enough, you saw there's quite a few other cards that are generating this. So I was thinking of from the point of view of, say, drafting or limited from, you know, sealed, whether you would have issues with playing cards that require specifically require colourless mana. And I don't think you will actually. But here's our first example actually in a pack of one of these basic lands that taps for colourless mana. Strider Harness is in this set. Embodiment of Fury, so we've moved on to our uncommons. Void Shatter and Tyrant of Valakut is our rare. So 5 and 2 red for a 5/4 creature dragon. Has Surge 3 and 2 red. So again, you know, this card is designed with two-headed giant in mind. It's got flying. When Tyrant of Valakut enters the battlefield, if its surge cost was paid, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Forest and an Eldrazi Scion token. Okay, so oh, excellent. Good old Negate in the set. Always pleased to see Negate. Great way of dealing with planeswalkers, counter planeswalkers. 1 and a blue, counter target non-creature spell. So that's going to take care of anything apart from creatures, but a great sideboard card. Spark Mage Gambit. Shoulder to Shoulder. Lead by Example. Untamed Hunger. Pulse of Marasa. Spawnbinder Mage. Zada's Commander. It's got Cohort on this. Actually, this card as well had Cohort. I don't think I've mentioned this one yet. We've obviously had it come up before in a few of these cards. So for Cohort, you tap it and you get to tap an untapped ally you control, tap target creature. So there's this interaction with allies, with the ally type or subtype, creature subtype on here. Oh, another one with the wastes in it. Joie Isle Avenger, Harvester Troll. So we moved on to our uncommons. Another gold border here. This is Storm Chaser Mage, which is blue-red for a 1/3 flying, haste, and prowess. So prowess is a thing in here. Hedron Alignment is our rare. So this is a 2 and a blue enchantment with hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal your hand. If you do, you win the game. If you own a card named Hedron Alignment in exile, in your hand, in your graveyard, and on the battlefield. So this is an example of an alternative win condition in Magic. 1 and a blue, scry 1. I'm just looking at that card and just working out how powerful that is. So you play it, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal your hand. If you do, you win the game. If you own a card named Hedron Alignment in exile, in your hand, in your graveyard, and on the battlefield. So this has to be in play, but it's going to give your opponent time to respond to this because it won't trigger until the beginning of your upkeep. I'm probably reading this completely wrong, so please correct me if that's the case, because it's the first time I've actually seen this card. And it's always interesting to see what the implications of alternative win condition cards are, because sometimes they're quite knotty and they look cool, but when you try and put them into practice, that can be a problem. And then we have an island, an Eldrazi Scion token. Oh, this is interesting. So we've ended up with a card on its own at the end here, which is a Malakir Soothsayer. 4 and a black 4/4 creature, vampire, shaman ally with Cohort on it. I'm just going to do a quick count up in here because that's interesting. I've never had that happen before. So we got our rare 1, 2. Yeah, so that would make sense because there's only 2 uncommons there. So that was on at the end for some reason. Okay, there you have it. That's the unboxing of the Oath of the Gatewatch Fat Pack. I'm pretty pleased with the pulls actually that we got there. I always like to get some legendaries, you know, nice for EDH play. We got our mythic, we got our foil. When we got a really nice overview, I think, of what the set does. You know, it's always nice to see the abilities in there and all the new abilities, and looking at tokens are a good thing as well. You know, when you look at the tokens, it gives you a clue as to what might be, what cards, type of cards might be, or what type of creatures might be generated by other cards in the set. And we got to see also this new colourless mana. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.